Now the Lord said to Moses, I will bring one more plague on Pharaoh and on Egypt. After that, he will let you go from here. When he lets you go, he will surely drive you out from here completely. Now the Lord said to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, Speak to the whole community of Israel. On the 10th of this month they are to take a lamb for each household. Your lamb shall be an unblemished 1-year-old male. You shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month. Then the whole assembly of the community of Israel is to slaughter it at twilight. They shall take some of the blood and put it on the 2 doorposts and on the lintel of the houses in which they eat it. They shall eat the meat that same night, roasted over the fire, and they shall eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. Now you shall eat it in this manner. You must be dressed for travel, with your loins girded, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and you shall eat it in a hurry. It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt on that night, and will strike down all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and I will execute judgments against all the gods of Egypt. I am the Lord. The blood shall be a sign for you on the houses where you are, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague of death will not touch you to destroy you when I strike the land of Egypt. Now this day will be a memorial to you, and you shall celebrate it as a festival to the Lord throughout your generations. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. On the first day you shall remove leaven from your houses. On the first day you shall have a holy assembly, and another holy assembly on the 7th day. You shall observe the festival of unleavened bread, for on this very day I brought your divisions out of the land of Egypt. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said to them, Go and take for yourselves lambs according to your families, and slaughter the Passover lamb. You shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood which is in the basin, and apply some of the blood that is in the basin to the lintel and to the 2 doorposts. and none of you shall go outside the door of his house until morning. For the Lord will pass through to strike down the Egyptians. And when he sees the blood on the lintel and on the two doorposts, the Lord will pass over the door and will not allow the destroyer to enter your houses to strike you. Now at midnight the Lord struck all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh who sat on his throne to the firstborn of the captive prisoner who was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of the livestock. Pharaoh arose in the night. Then he called for Moses and Aaron and said, "Rise up, get out from among my people, both you and the Israelites, and go worship the Lord as you have asked. Take both your flocks and your herds as you have asked, and go, and also bless me." The Egyptians urged the people of Israel to get out of the country as quickly as possible, for they said, "We will all be dead." So the Israelites took their dough before it was leavened, with their kneading bowls wrapped up in the clothes on their shoulders. Now the Israelites had done according to the word of Moses, for they had requested from the Egyptians articles of silver and of gold, and clothing. And the Lord had given the Israelites favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they let them have their request. In this way they plundered the Egyptians. Now, the time that the Israelites lived in Egypt was 430 years. And at the end of 430 years, to the very day, all the divisions of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt. It was a night of vigil in honor of the Lord, because he would bring them out of the land of Egypt. So this night is in honor of the Lord, a night vigil for all the Israelites throughout their generations. This is the day which the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.